Hello, happiest of folks. I hope you guys are having just an absolutely amazing day today. So today I'm doing my 5th Let's Play for Evil Genius for you folks. We're starting now with the Great Possums and so forth. So in the first episode, I built my easy starter base, and then in the second episode, I had a few hours in between it while I just brought back cash. I built up my staff and started to steal stuff. And then in the second one, I finished a lot of stealing, and in the fourth one we started to do some of these. And then in the fifth one, now we're continuing with this. So this guy here, you'll note we were having some issues. I figured out what was happening, and that sort of a thing. So this guy that we're following here, unfortunately, this where I had to torture him in order to get him to come around to our side was over here. And as you can see, there's a wall between that. So that was the reason why me telling him to get tortured here. Sort of thing. So now he's going to get tortured. Here are our objectives. He is Nikita Leonov. Alright, so this is again Evil Genius. It is a cult classic from 2004. Your base it's a James Bond inspired base building spoof, if you will, a picture of bad guy. You can only control your bad guy and your henchman, not mass control. So now we're just gonna watch this guy get tortured and spin around until he joins us. And it's Nikita Leonov. Also, while we're watching that, I did just want to let you guys know that I did expand our base down here a little bit. I built 2 more of these. Alright, he is now joined our side. And that sort of a thing. So these 2 more power generators down here. You can see these guys are coming down here to our inner sanctum. And that sort of a thing. Alrighty. So there we are. And now he's joined us and that sort of a thing. So now he is that is complete. There's going to be somebody else that joins us once he joins us, if I recall correctly. And we head to the world screen. I think that person's going to show up here in the Middle East, but could be in North Africa too. I'll send a couple of texts here to do some blocking. Remember that this is the only time that we actually will save things, or when this happens. Alright. So now we're just waiting for this stuff to get built all up and down the block. Alright. And then so I'm just going to check our heat real quick. I don't have heat from anybody except for a little bit from the Middle East, from those guys that are plotting. Which is where I think the next guy is. I think he's there, I'm not 100% sure. New objective is available, let's check it out. Alright. This is Nigel Ewing, has gone rogue, and is the ruler on the African continent. He was last seen cruising down the Nile. He won't be easy to find, and down the Nile, only being seen. If you're not notorious enough, you'll never find him. So basically what we need to do is we'll need to do some stuff to increase our notoriety. My notoriety currently is sly. I think because he's done the Nile, he's in the Middle East, but he could be in North Africa too, so I just sent a couple of folks over there in order to build that down. So now basically what we're going to be doing now are what are called acts of infamy for you folks. So this is, I think his name is Nigel Ewing for you folks. And then I'm going, and so basically what we're going to do here is, because I've been stealing a lot of those things from those various areas and that sort of thing. So basically the idea there is basically what we're going to do is we are going we already increased our infamy as much as possible. And then basically the idea is, we're going to get him taken care of. That sort of thing. Alright, so let me head over to the world map and that sort of thing to see where we're at. Again, there are 5 different things, and then the idea here on this is to basically, the idea here is to get him taken care of. And I'm not sure at 66 him for me now, and I don't want to do anything here in the Middle East, although because that's probably where he'll be at and that sort of a thing. But I don't know. And so I've just brought over these guys to do some stuff. But there are some reasons why you want to do that sort of thing. So again, there are four different providences in each of 5 different alliances in the 60s. So you got the Hammer, which is the Russia and the Eastern Bloc, and then you've got Saber. Those are the good guys in Europe. That's the James Bond alliance. They also have India, South Africa, and Australia. And then the American ones are Patriot. They also have the Western. They also have the Pacific allies here, like in Japan and North Korea. Sorry, South Korea and such. And then they also have here the Smash, or these more moderate ones here with the Middle East. And then you have the Anvil here, and Anvil are the Chinese people. That sort of thing. Makes sense? Alright. So the idea here is that we're going to be doing these various things over here on this world domination screen. But each of these only can give you 100 infamy points. So that means that after Save Smash, which is the first one for Super Agent, but they're not that hard. Mariana, Mamba is the hardest one in the world. So if I were to do ones here, yeah, it would increase my infamy. But then again, there might be some reasons for it, and that sort of thing. But there's nothing left to steal except for this, which requires 8 spin doctors, which I don't have. They're the next level after my valets and such. Alright, so there are some reasons then, if you will, to go to Smash and that sort of thing. But let's take a look and see what else is right here. Because I'm at 76. Doing a 1, doing a 10 guy rather than a 10. So here you can see the heat and notarize. Notarize what you're looking for. That's your bad guy. And the more that rises, the more minions you can get, the more henchmen you can get and such. But unfortunately, it also means the more people won't like you. And so ideally, I'm going to find a 10. Here's one. 20 heat is a lot of heat, but here it is. But 10 guards is going to be a lot of heat. I don't know if I want to really annoy. And sure, it's in Australia. It's like the least valuable providence of the Saber, but I don't want to annoy Saber with a 20 heat and 10 guards too. All right, so let's take a look down here in Indonesia. I'm sorry, Polynesia. Rather. We got 2 workers here. That's only 10 heat. That's easy enough to do. Right here is 6 workers and 1 guard valet. That's actually just 20 heat, but 6 workers and then 2 guards and 2 valets. So I'm going to do 3 valets, 2 of these, 3 of these. 2. I think it's just 2 of those. This should be fine. And then I'm going to do a bunch of these. That should be fine. 15. 36. That's in a 1-1. That's in one of the release parts. And then again 6, 2, and 2. And then I've also got a couple of techs too to help me out with, and that sort of thing to help me out with that stuff. And there's a risk here of 2. Let's check over for base defense. See if anybody's avoiding my base. Probably won't be anything major because we just don't have that many things that are happening, right? But yeah, because we just don't have a whole lot of heat, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of base defense issues. Nope, I don't see any issues out there at all. You can see the people going out to the mission and that sort of thing. So let me just double check it. I do see some red over here. These are probably poor pathetic or poor pathetic Saber investigators. Investigators will just try to get your heat, and then they'll just flee as soon as they come across that. They're not really that bad or hard to deal with. Already, I don't see any issues there. There are 6 people that we have currently recruited for you folks. Alrighty, all up and down the block for you folks. Alright. And then we'll just check this stuff out. Where is Juban? Sorry. He is the other person I can control. So I have built him here, as a reminder, a little place for him to hide that nobody else can go into, near the front. How we doing over here? Plotting. Trying to find that stuff once we have enough. Alright. And then once those happen, we'll just immediately pull those back in order to protect from the heat. Just check down here, see what we have down here. I see a red person, probably an investigator. It's a burglar, and they smash us, and they. So I want to go ahead. He sees that he's a burglar. He was pulling out all the way over there. I'm going to go ahead and attack him to get killed. And then I don't see anybody else run from. I actually see a bad guy over here. That's a pathetic investigator. I'm not going to worry about them. They're all over there. Are we over here yet? We are. All right. We'll go ahead and get started. As a reminder, while we're doing this, it's now 8 seconds and 10, 14. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, remember, as a reminder, while I'm here, I don't hear what's happening because my initial mics that I had are plugged into the mic outlet, and so I could hear them and that sort of a thing while they were happening, but not actually like the handheld mic and the stuff. But this one's a USB mic that I had to get because those weren't working in order for me to make those well. So you're hearing it. I'm hearing this at the same time as you. I'll play it earlier. That's not good. So all these agents, we're going to go to hiding, but unfortunately they came out while I'm doing this mission. That's not good. That could be a serious kick to the head. That sort of thing. Hopefully the guards that I sent out there will protect them. Execute.
Reverend Archer with a Polynesian public service broadcast on a mission in Papua New Guinea. I've got an exciting program lined up for you today. First, a few hymns and a bit of a pray. Then we'll see if the Leopard tribe managed to give up headhunting for Lent. I've also heard that some evil men have recently been causing mischief in these parts, so make sure you take a good book with you at all times.
So now that 10 spot helped and that sort of a thing, and now what's showing up here on the map are new henchmen, and then here's Nigel Ewing. We'll come back to him later and that sort of thing because the guards are out now. But I definitely want to grab another henchman. In other words, 75 points. So here is the first one that I typically go for. She is somebody with a melee attack like our guy Jabai, who's awesome. I only need 2 workers to go get him, and that sort of thing. There's no risk, but there is 5 notoriety. She has an electric attack, and then she has an attack that she can use on folks. So she's another melee character, and then she can also. Once you've recruited her, she can also give her an ability to reheal your other henchmen's attacks. So after Jabai uses his attack to bounce around the wall or auto. Red Ivan is the most damaging guy out there, but he requires a lot of micromanagement. And I just don't feel it's probably that great for this run through. Dr. Neuroside is a fine if you want a more chemical thing and so forth, but no, we'll already. I need 5. I think I need 5 guards to send up because it's got a high. No, it's just 1 guard. So I'm only going to send 3. Maybe a valet too to reduce it. Alrighty. And we're gonna go recruit my second person. Alright, we're looking over here. Now I want to go ahead and flag these people since they're close to my infrastructure here. They are flagged. Flag for kill. These people are close to my thing, but they're not combatants. So I'm going to flag them with a weakling tag. To get that done. Alright. And then this place over here will be for her to hang out. Just like Jubai. And then I got another one back here for another one once we get to the next level. Alright. So now, actually, now that this is revealed, I'm going to pull these people so they're not increasing my heat here, and the same here too. he needs 5 guards. That's not going to be good. 5 guards in the Middle East, which has got a high heat of 7. That's not going to be good. That's going to be a lot of heat. High heat all up and down the block. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just do some base check-in on while I'm waiting. Who do we have over here? It's all those are the people that I sent that'll be tagged for mine stuff. Doing down here. These are poor. Actually, those are good. So I need to do some base defense now. So pretty quickly, I'm just going to teleport over Dubai down here, and then I'm going to eviscerate them, and then kill them as fast as possible.
Rage bar at the max. I use some many special moves.
Alright, now we're going to go over to here, and we're just going to do this super fast.
Mission underway.
The headline tonight, psychopathic old woman on the loose. Last year, Europe was gripped by the trial of the matron, an elderly Swiss woman who was eventually convicted for the torture and murder of countless patients in her care. Earlier today, the matron escaped from her prison with the help of some unidentified minions.
I'm all out of breath.
Alright, so now we've recruited her. Alright, so here are her abilities I talked about before. Electroshock therapy, that's the one that will hit a bunch of people in a group around her. So she's good group control, and then motherly level is the one that I mentioned before. That will do those things. She's an absolute strong guy. There we go. After you grab Dubai as her starter, who's with Maximilian, who's the basic one. I think he's a good starter. Alright, so let's go ahead and check and see how we're doing with there. Our heat's there is all dropped, but we can still get some there, that sort of a thing. So now that my heat's mostly dropped, we'll go ahead and actually check and see how we're doing with our guys. Do I need to send anybody? No. Yeah, I think our heat's probably going to be pretty good. How are we doing over here with the anvil? Not that bad. Alright, so we're going to head to the Middle East. Again, this one is a 5 guards. Normally I send double, but I feel like sending 10 guards in is going to be asking for trouble. So we're going to send in 7. Actually, what's the risk? It's 2. Yeah, we'll send in... I'll send in 10 workers, 2, as well as 3 valets and 2 techs. Actually, no, I'll call them waste techs here. But yeah. Alright. Yeah, we'll just send in a bunch of those other guys too. I'll send another valet to reduce our heat. I don't want to spend too much time there because that's going to blow through our heat from those guys there. And then the thing on top, tap to who's dropping here? Oh, that's everybody. That sort of thing. Here we have some pathetic Patriot investigators. That's the USA. Good guy alliance. So we're going to go ahead and tag this because we're close to my friend for kill. Remember, after they're killed, they make body bags. Body bags have heat, so you have to bring back here. So you need your freezer close to that. Alrighty. Alright, and after that's done, then I'll add Nigel Yoon.
Warning, high security door breached.
And add some more gun cabinets here too to get ready for the next part in case I get it made.
Object has been ordered.
Yeah,
Object purchase order confirmed.
just had some building stuff there. Alright. good stuff. Good to go. I know. Alright. So let's check and see who's down here for base defense. It's a pathetic, but there are burglars on it.
Intruder tagged for termination.
Let's check and see how we're doing. We haven't arrived yet. We're still waiting. We're looking on down here. You can see them boarding the boat. So they should be showing up here. So. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do in order to give her some XP, I'm going to have her come over and here start killing these guys since they show up. Because she actually needs more XP too. How's your body doing? He's there.
You won't spare the rod. A spoonful of woman.
Kill tag issued.
We're here, so let's go get Nigel.
Commencing mission.
Luckily, it's not that many heat, just 3. That will bring the International Arms Crowd aboard. Then once that happens, if it's successful, we'll go ahead. Oh, that's not good. They just had an agent come over here. We'll wait until that gets his thing done. All up and down the block.
Warning, high security door breached.
Minute and a half. That's not good either. Alright, let's have the matron do some attacking to get some levels up.
You have to be cruel to be cruel.
Intruder tagged for termination. Kill tag issued.
Okay, the secret agent's gone. That's good. And we got about another 35 seconds. Okay. Good stuff. Love it lots. Alright. Anybody out front? Nope. Alright.
Salam, this is the Pan-Arabic Wireless Service. The former CIA agent Nigel Ewing has long been suspected of smuggling guns into the Middle East with the intention of inciting civil war. But no concrete evidence has ever been produced until now. A smash investigation unearthed a cache of Ewing's weapons in Tripoli, but Ewing himself has managed to escape before he could be apprehended. He was last seen boarding an uncharted flight. Destination unknown.
Discipline must be maintained.
Intruder tagged for termination.
You can see the next guy's Bob Barking Kane. He is the last of the major crime bosses. He is going down. His fighters are loyal to my cause about the land, and then we got to take him out. So I'm going to go to a yellow alert in order to get ready for that. It's going to have all my guys get armed. So that's the reason why I just put those guns. And then our heat here and Saber's gone. Then our heat here and Angel's mostly gone too. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of heat and smash for a little bit. So I'm not going to smash stuff for a while. Alright, there we are. Alrighty, so next, as you can see, is that is Nigel Ewing. That sort of thing. So now we gotta get some of this stuff. See if are these guys over here the ones? Yes, these are the guys. We need to take them out fast.
Kill tag issued.
Actually, the matron will have her come over
Hand the
here
big troll to
and
me.
then bring over Jubai. Teleport him over to here too.
Warning. Hostile detected
At the
in
max!
Alright, they're taken out there. They took out the matron, unfortunately, but yet not Jubai. Let's see if there's another group coming in here soon. They are those are the ones. Those are investigators and such. Are they down here? Nope. Yes, here they are. Actually, I think it's a smash.
Termination.
It's a smash infiltrator. They're gonna blow up stuff. Not a bad choice because smash is not that great right now. But yeah. Alrighty. So Saber infiltrators, and then over here we're going to have the pathetic hammers. That sort of thing because they're here nearby. So I'll go ahead and
Kill
get this
tag
mark
issued.
for death.
Intruder alert. Security door bypassed.
And then down here, again, that's the good infiltrator. Let me just go ahead and see how
Security
we
door breached.
go with the other folks. These are pathetic Sable infiltrators. Because they're near me, I'll go ahead and take them out.
Intruder tagged for termination.
How's the matron doing? She's getting carried back to the people. How's Juba doing? Take him out. Here's the news from Barking Kane's assault squad. So let's take over Juba. Let's get him to eviscerate this guy.
I use some many special moves.
Alright, he's dead.
My blade is strong.
Okay. Yeah, good job. It's Juba. Actually, there's a couple more. But you get the idea. There's another one over there. Two. But you get the idea. Juba is just an absolute threat to all people. Everywhere. Good job, Juba. Now Juba take out that personnel over there too. Good stuff. How's the matron doing? Let's check in on her. She's good. So I'm going to have her come over here and start killing some of these people to get her career. And get her out of the base too, because we need to be attacking these people, not just defending them. Alright, so that one's good to go. Good job, Jabal.
Intruder alert. Security door bypassed.
Alright, let me take a look and see how we're doing for the rest of this stuff. See if the rest of them have a land yet. Nope. Here? Nope. Actually, yeah, go ahead and have her
Weekend tag issued.
mind people if my valets come across them. How are they here? Nope. Here? Yes. Here they are. We're coming out of that.
Getting naughty then.
Intruder tagged for termination.
Come on. We're gonna have you ghost walk to the other side of these guys
So,
and then attack their flank.
fight a win. Gojira. Bullseye.
Major, where are you going? Attack.
Time for the medicine.
Okay, those flags are clearly confusing you. I'm glad that you're so ambitiously taking on those infiltrators, but you need to be focused on the actual bad guys here. Alrighty, he's now joining us. Alright, so let's have you guys come back here. Jubai, come here. Her, come here. and now we're going to watch him join us, and that sort of thing. You're going to like what happens here.
Oh, yes.
So I'm waiting for that last guy to join us at the fifth one, Bob Barking King from the underground in the UK. While she's down there, I'm going to go fly. So she's an infiltrator, even though she's pathetic. She's going to blow stuff up and steal stuff. She's not that great. Alrighty, and there we go, Idaho. Alrighty. And then you can check there, nothing major happening. Then you can check down here, and that sort of thing. Good stuff. See where the sky is. Is that the guy here coming in? Yeah, that's him. Bob Barking King. The kingpin of the underworld from the UK. Alright. So good stuff was had by for you folks, and now he's joined us. And you can see that we've already gone ahead and gotten our next mission through chemistry. But before that happens, you will watch this. What's going to happen here in the underground with your folks here with the evil genius. So we're just waiting for him to come down here and that sort of thing, and then we'll get that taken care of. So have a look at it. I'll go ahead and have, while we're waiting, we'll have her go out down there and take this guy out. Since he's pretty slow, I don't want to take too much here to him. Ready?
It's for the round good.
I'm also going to move down to green alert off of yellow alert. So there it is. Now that section is over. Ready? Alright, now we'll just wait till he gets here to my evil bad guys hang out where these other people are, and now you're going to see me unveil the plan as the big bad. So that was all this was about. He's getting diverted through this area. Sorry about that, but it's going to take a. I think you'll enjoy what winds up happening. All right, here we go, all up and down the block. He is now here, and now we're just going to zoom in here and just watch this. I think you'll enjoy what happens. Ooh, pretty. That's what you get for raiding. He's dead. Alrighty. And there you go. Now everybody's going to leave with their assigned posts and that sort of thing. Alrighty. Now while that happens, I'm going to save the game before the other stuff happens. I know you guys are going to be so annoyed by that. It's got to do it. You got to do what you got to do. Alright. Now the next objective was better living through chemistry, but lab and start a research program. So I'll need a research machine to analyze samples. So a data bank to store relevant data information and so on. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is we got to go right here, and you can see this place is glowing. That's here in Japan, and this is the thing. So I need 2 techs and 4 guards. It's got a 5 number, right? So we're going to actually send 2 valets, 2 things, and then 4 techs and 2 guards. Because I don't have to actually probably send 3 guards. What's the heat? What's the heat over here? Just 1. Or sort of risk rather, just 1. There's a lot of heat there, so I probably want to send that a couple valleys. Alrighty, so we get drop that heat down. It's considerably. Alright. And now we've knocked out another of those great modules for you folks. Alright, modules for those objectives rather. Alright. Now let's check in on the matron. How are we doing down here? How's she looking on XP? We'll check in on her too. I see somebody spear down here. Let's have her go down here and kill this person.
Who's been naughty then?
I'll go ahead and tag them with tag. Alright, you can see that. Except for over here in the Smash, the Middle East, which has still got some heat. Everything else is good to go. Idaho. Let me check my menus. We'll see where. Max everywhere works from valleys. Alright. Good to go, Idaho. Here comes the matron, going to kill that person, and just like I did you by early, I just needed to get her leveled up. Just like I did you by early. With him attacking everything. Alright. Check over here. Let's see, we got some pathetic smash burglars, but they are here up front, so that'll be my next target.
Issued. Intruder tagged for termination.
Now she's done, we're going to have her come up here and kill those guys in order to give her more XP. And also they're close.
This is going to hurt them.
Wait a minute, over here. Still waiting on them. How close are we? Are they boarded yet? Sail can see. Probably. So there's so much heat, I don't want to spend too much time over here, actually in Japan proper, because it's their second biggest heat here in Patriot with a six alarm level. So, and then that's a 20 heat. Okay. Even though I'll hopefully get that reduced a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, good to go, Idaho. All right. So yeah. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to want to do over here is just to check in on the base and see how things are going. I don't see any major issues, and I see the evil matron that really got within 2 hours. Because how we doing over here? That's one of the guys. So yeah, I don't see any red down here or anywhere else. All right, so just check on over here. We're still waiting, and then after this, I can start stealing parts. And then hopefully we'll build our lab. Now the lab does require a lot of space and a lot of power. That's why I built this 2 more powers. Over off screen while I was waiting, to figure out what to do with him. Wish I just flipped these 2. This one was getting folks working on it and that sort of stuff. Alrighty, so we are good to go. Checking back over here, we have not arrived yet, and then everything else is good to go from the anvil ones that I just did recently to the saber. Still on the matron. Has the burger arrived yet? Nope. It's actually legal. Alright, so we'll check that in just a second. And then once it happens, again, I'll let you happen. I'll let you listen to it as it happens. For you folks. Alright, good to go. I know. Now we're just waiting for them to leave all down the parts. Hopefully they won't hit us. Alrighty. Those are the various crime lords returning back to the base. Alright. Then again, once that happens and we start building up my lab, then we're good to go, Idaho. So now the next thing I'm going to be checking in on is the stuff over here. Still waiting on them. It's a little harder because I thought they left a little while ago. Sorry about that. Sorry, you're having to wait a little bit. And that's actually, I see this boat in here now. Maybe this. Let's see if it starts loading up. Maybe that boat was for the Crown Lords. Yeah, we're still waiting. Alrighty, good to go. And then while that's happening, I can see I got pretty good folks down here. Let me check and see if there's anybody for the matron to be attacking. I do see one red way down here.
Kill tag issued.
I'll send her over here. Gonna go attack this person. And then we'll just wait and get our good stuff. Luckily, we survived the big giant base attacks by barbarians. All right, now we're just coming over here. Now we're just gonna do this thing. Yeah, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Already good to go. Idaho.
Mission underway.
We're gonna pop back here, do some base defense, just for the get the matron more and more experience, so she can level up. She's a little higher XP that needs to get leveled up. So right now, unless I need to buy like I needed him for these raids and that sort of thing, I'm just not gonna bother with it. Just as a heads up. Alrighty, and then we have down here some interesting stuff. All right, check it out over here. We're at 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Again, just one risk. Most of my guys over here that I started with, I think I lost a couple of workers. Alright. But all the good guys. Alrighty. So I got an 82 pad. Alright, good. Notoriety for you folks. Alrighty, good to go. Idaho. Uh-oh, they're agent just to pop us just from Patriot. And that sort of thing, so we definitely don't want to get them too upset with us. And we're stealing. So that's not good. That might hurt us down a little bit. We currently have about a minute and a half left, or a little more. Alright. And then, so I can't go in hot because it'll actually stop that mission from happening. So we'll just have to accept those left. That's not good. Yeah. Anybody else from my matron to attack here on the island? Doesn't look like. Alrighty. So I'm just going to go ahead and have her go back up into here, so she can be near the entrance over here in this area. And as a reminder, to get these people into this area, into these doors, you need to mark this door with a 3. It's just for your evil genius or your henchman that you order. Nobody else will come. Alright. So how are we doing over here? Still have lost. Well, we've lost a valet. I think I lost scientist too, and maybe a guard. So now we're at 42 seconds left. Alright, so let's just check it out and see how that works. And then if it's successful, we can pull those people back as fast as possible, and we'll listen to the radio broadcast for you folks too. And then I'm going to build my lab. Hopefully nobody died in that turn, that's good. 16 seconds left. We'll just go ahead and watch this here soon. Make sure that everything is good to go. Alrighty.
Konnichiwa. Welcome to the evening broadcast of the Nipponese National Virus Service. Tonight's headline continues to be the theft of the prototype research machine from the B3 event in Tokyo. This machine has potential to be very dangerous if it is to be used for evil purposes, and all 5 global defense alliances have vowed not to rest until they have tracked down the culprits and brought them to justice.
Research will enable you to
Now we're
create.
going to build this.
Road construction unpaused. Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed. Object has been ordered.
So I need to build a fate over here. Now that's worked. So I'm going to take this over here. I'm going to go ahead and actually go. We're going to drop down this entire room. Yep.
Room demolition imminent.
And now I can choose one of these three things in order to get 2 techs and 2 guards. Alright, so I'm going to send 2 techs and 4 techs, 4 guards, and 2 valets. Also send a few workers too. These here are Patriot investigators.
Intruder tagged for termination.
So we're going to tag these for death because they're up here near my front. And I'll bring out a certain lady to kill those folks.
It's for their own good.
Alright. This is down. So now we're going to build here another lab for folks with the idea that they're going to come here and capture
order
this.
confirmed. Road construction unpaused.
With our fake
Purchase order
research.
confirmed.
Alrighty. Alright, she's taking those out pretty good. Good stuff. Alright. What do we have down here? It's red. I don't see anybody. That's here.
Kill tag issued.
Have her come down here and take out those folks. And then this poor smash burgers will hopefully steal it back. Alright. Cut it over here. Patriot. Yeah, we're fine. So now we're coming down here. We're going to be stealing this because I have low things over here. Let's see, go right now. I'm just low heat over here. I'm just going to come down here and grab this and this centrifuge. You can get 1 of 5 of these. The other 2 are here in the that over here or over here. So I'm going to grab this. Since Patriot's currently not happy with them. That just makes sense for our heat, man. And this person's getting kill tagged for. Well, you're in there fine too. Alright. Well, how I look over here, we still don't build that. I don't want to have my evil genius come out and get that done, but we need to take care of. Let's go and get started with this. It's 2.5 minutes. It's got 12 heat and 5 minute ride. So let's steal that centrifuge. Alright, so this has now been built. It's now, well, the thing has been exploded. Now we're just waiting for it to actually get built. Alrighty. Now we're just waiting to see how we're doing on here. I see that we're getting closest to an hour, so I'll wait until this is done, and then I'll build it in my lab and get that done. Actually, I can't get this lab done though, because it's right by where my evil genius is, down here at the headquarters.
They must work harder.
So we get that thing express built. Got about a minute and a half. What's the heat down here? The heat's 12 and the ride 5 and the risk is 0. So that's good. I shouldn't be able to lose a lot of stuff. 3 down here. move her back here because I want to keep. Now this has been built. I want to keep some like burglars and that sort of thing. So those are burglars. Smash. So we'll keep those guys out. We're gonna make them pathetic too. Actually, to make it seem. I'm going to move this from 2, which only my minions attention can use the door, but not minions. I'm going to move it to anybody. They're pathetic, and I want to help them get that. And so we're over here. I haven't lost anybody. That's good because again, 0 risk. 14 seconds left. I'll just wait, and then once this happens, we'll have to listen to it. And then
Warning, high security door breached. New object.
G'day, Australasia, and welcome to the evening news. The breaking news concerns the global crime wave that is now washing over our own fair shores. To discuss this latest atrocity, we have Saber's chairman on the line. Now, Mr. Chairman, why didn't Saber prevent this? We did everything in our power to... Oh, don't come the raw prawn, mate. Just admit that Saber's out of its league here. Well, really.
Alright, while I'm here, I'm also going to place a couple of these. I'm going to move this. And then place a couple of these chalkboards.
Object will be moved shortly.
And here.
Object purchase order confirmed.
No, I didn't do it. Sorry. I'll just move that.
Object move order confirmed.
Then we'll see chalkboards and belt. Good stuff. Alright. For training up my minions.
Object
Good
has been
stuff.
ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
Those will be my scientists. Techs, actually, you'll need to have scientists on your minions. You can just have techs and that sort of stuff. So let me check over here, see how we're doing. I still see we still have this over here. Alright, so it's been roughly an hour, so I'll go ahead and call it. I'll see you. Alright, so there we are. Thank you, folks, so very, very much, for just taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my videos. I appreciate that so much. Also, as a reminder, Evil Genius, like we talked about before, is my 5th Let's Play. If you like this, let me know what your thoughts are and that sort of thing too. So there we are. Thanks again, and have an amazing day.